Srivan, just tell me about yourself.
First of all, thanks for giving this opportunity to introduce myself, sir. My name is Shebro Balasashina. I am from Konur Guntur district and coming to my education qualification. So actually, I completed my BTech in St. College of Engineering and Technology in a stream of PCA. And coming to my stream, so actually I have one biggest struggle with me, that's my communication skills. I can communicate freely in three languages, Telugu, Hindi and English. And moreover that I feel that my hobbies are one of my strengths too. Coming to my hobbies, so actually I have a hobby of learning new things. I present I'm learning Python full stack because I'm a meme YouTuber and I have some YouTube applications, web pages also. And I'm a specialized person in Blender animation course also.
So you start from Django, Srikanth.
Yes.
Tell me what is the use of Django?
So actually Django is a framework which is used to create a web application using Python.
Okay. So what do you mean of detail?
So detail is a Django template language. So actually HTML has a HTML node has a power to render the dynamic data. So if you want to render the dynamic data into the HTML pages, we will use a details.
Okay, good. What do you mean of ORM?
ORM is an object relational mapper, which is used to interact with the database. In ORM, we usually write Python code, Python classes. The Python classes will be converted into the SQL relation database queries, and a database will be created tables in there. So here we will write just a Python code.
Okay, good. What is the different model inheritances we are having?
So actually, we have a proxy model inheritance, and we have a abstract model inheritance. In abstract model inheritance, here only the base classes will be created. The parent class will not be created. In meta class, we will override it to abstract class. So here only the parent class will not be created. The child class only will be created in the database. This is the model inheritance. Abstract inheritance.
What about proxy?
Proxy is nothing but it's like related to views in SQL. No table will be created. Just it will retrieve the data from the database and will show you. No table will be created in databases.
Okay, good. So what do you mean of form?
So actually, form is nothing but if you want to post some data to the server, we will use these forms. Here we have HTML forms and Django forms. So it is just used to post the data to the server. That's it.
Okay. What do you mean of session?
Yes. So session is a temporary memory location in the server side which is used to store the data, whether it is a previous request data. Actually, HTTP response is stateless response. There is no relation between the previous request and the current request. So you have to store the previous request data. We will use these sessions.
Okay, good. So what is the necessity of storing the previous request data?
Yes, sir. So actually, if you take a web applications like Amazon or some whatever, if I send a request like I want shoes, so and after that I have sent some other request like different color shoes, it will show you the previously viewed shoes in the bottom of this like that it will show.
Okay. What do you mean of middleware?
So middleware is nothing but a program which will run in between the request and the response. They will validate the request before reaching to the view. These are the middlewares. We have a session middleware, authentication middleware, and we have a CSRF plugin cross-site request repository. These are the middlewares.
Good. What is the difference between class-based views and function-based views?
So actually, in class-based views, we don't have a conditional branching. In function-based views, we need to check for what are the requests that we are getting. Like if request.method equal to post, you need to do this. Like that, you need to write your own condition to branch them. But in class-based views, we don't write any if condition.
Yes.
We just write some functionalities like if this is the post request. If the post request is not correct, we just go you just execute this function like that.
Okay, good. So what do you know about React.js?
So actually, React.js is used to create the UI components, nothing but user interface components. And moreover that in UI we have some elements, components. Component nothing but just a small portion of the page. That's React.
Okay, good. I'm coming to MySQL. How much you rate yourself in MySQL out of 5?
5, sir. It's the 3.7.
3.7. Okay, good. So what do you mean of self-join?
So self-join is nothing but if you want to join the same table itself is nothing but a self-join. If a table joins itself, is known as self-join.
Can you please write an example? Your own example.
Yes.
Can you explain what's happening here?
So actually, I'm taking one copy of the same table. E1 is one copy, and E2 is another copy of the same table. And here, employee is having a one ID, and manager is having another ID. So so I joined these two things based upon the manager ID and the employee ID. So here, employee ID is equal to the manager ID. Then the data will be retrieved.
How? I mean, what is the purpose of it? Why you written like this? Why you have kept this condition?
Yes.
What is the meaning behind it?
Sir, actually, I'm an employee, so I have one manager. So I need to retrieve the manager what I'm under working from. So I need to retrieve the manager who is under the employees.
So what do you mean trigger?
So trigger is nothing but an event-based action. So if one event is occurred, I need to trigger some action. So for that we will use the triggers. For example, like if I want to insert an employee into the table, so inserting an employee into the table is an event. So so for that I need to trigger some action. So for that we use triggers.
Good man.